Hello everyone and welcome back to my Flosstube channel. If you're new here, my name is Sam and this is a channel all about cross stitch. I've got quite a bit to update you on today. I've got some whips, some new starts, some finishes and some plans. So yeah, it might be a little bit of a long one, this one. I've got my coffee ready, so you might want to pause it and grab a drink. But it's the bank holiday weekend here, so it's actually the daytime that I'm filming, which never happens. Lizzie woke up this morning and said that she wanted to take Grandad to the park and she wanted to push him on the swing. So yeah, she's sleeping at 9 Grandad's tonight, which is quite nice. It gives me a bit of extra time. And Ryan's off this week as well, so he's just chilling out in the house. So yeah, it feels quite nice to be at home together. Not that we're spending time together though. Any spare time is obviously stitchy time. I've got some notes here, bits and bobs that I want to go through. There's quite a lot. Some new starts. I've got lots of plans. I've got some haul. Yeah, lots to go through today. I've had a little bit of a busy summer, so I've not done as much as I would planned, but when I've got the list together, actually it looks quite impressive for the last month. And I didn't expect to be doing another video until September time, so yeah, I'm quite excited that I've managed to just slip one in at the end of August. If anybody is on like my Facebook page, you'll have known that it was Lizzie's birthday last week and we took a last minute trip to the coast. We went to 3 different seaside places and the zoo and the aquarium, so it was just super hectic, but she had a fab time. It was her 3rd birthday and she got to go in the sea and play on the sand and all the arcades and all that good stuff. Spent a small fortune, but you know, it was happy memories. And Ryan's parents got to join us for a couple of days as well, so that was lovely. But now I'm back into my stitching routine. I've missed it. And I've got good news. Sort of next week is Lizzie's first day at nursery and she's going 5 days a week. So I will actually get 1 or 2 days at home just to work on my Etsy shop and my patterns and make more bags. And I need to get ready for this retreat because I have nothing made. And I was talking to Sarah at Not Enough Whip Bags and she's got 93 bags ready for the retreat and I've got none. So I need to get working. But that's okay. Every time I make them, I put them on my Etsy shop and then somebody buys them, which is a really fortunate place to be, but just means I need to be getting my sewing machine out a little bit more. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And it just gives me a bit more time to like do stuff in the house as well. Like, as front garden's a bit neglected, that needs some work, and you know, there's always bits and bobs that you need to do, but it's really hard to do when you've got a 3-year-old running around the place. So yeah, I'm really excited and she's excited too. She keeps asking me when she can go to school. She's not going to be one of those kids that's crying at the gate. When she went for a trial day, she was literally like bye and then ran off and that was it. She didn't even look back. So yeah, we're quite fortunate in that, you know, in that sense, but it's a big step for us all. But we're quite excited. Nan and Grandad are really upset because they usually have a while we're at work, so they're gonna miss out a little bit, but you know, they're excited for her as well. She wants to make some new friends, so it's all good. So things that's been happening with the channel, I finally got to my 1,000 subscribers, so thank you very much to everybody that hit that subscribe button to get me there. Yeah, I was really chuffed, and the lady that was my 1,000 subscribers, she actually messaged me, so that was really sweet. I was really happy about that. And of course, on my last episode I said I was going to do a giveaway, so I was giving away my Alice and my Wednesday pattern, so the first release of the Goth Girl Sal. So I've already picked them out doing the random comment picker. I didn't do it on the channel just because I'm such an idiot when it comes to technology. Like, it took me a while I'm not good at it at all. So I've already messaged the winners, but I'll just announce them on here just in case they miss it. So the winner of the Alice pattern is Lorraine Buck, I think you pronounce that, so it's Buick, and the winner of the Wednesday pattern is Alison Burgoyne. So well done, guys, really happy for you, and I can't wait to see how you stitch them up. So yeah, that's all been really fun and exciting. We've been chatting lots in the Floss Friends UK group, and my stitchy bestie is Andrea, who's the curly cross stitcher. We actually met up for coffee and it was amazing. Like it was like we've known each other for years. It was so nice. So we met up at like 6 o'clock and we actually got kicked out of Costa, and we sat outside for another hour because we weren't ready to leave. We were there for so long, and Ryan thought I'd run away with a cross stitcher. But yeah, it was great, and we're planning to meet up again before the retreat. But we were chatting loads, and we both work on sort of similar full coverage projects, although I think she's working on a few little smalls as well. And we were saying that we wanted to take part in a stitching group. So we'd joined loads and loads of different groups to try and see which one we wanted to join, and they're so complicated. Like, the rules were just insane. Some of them I didn't even understand what I had to do. So like we do, we decided to create our own. So we have created the Come Stitch With Us, which is a play on Come Down With Us, the show, but it's Come Stitch With Us, and it's really easy. There's weekly and monthly challenges. There's no sort of penalties if you don't join in or if you don't reach your target. Your target's all made up by yourselves. So yeah, it's a really nice group. Everybody is super friendly, and it's really nice to see everybody sharing their patterns as well. And there's that sort of general sort of agreement that it's okay if you don't manage to stitch on what you wanted to stitch. You put some stitches in, and that's good, and that's great. You know, there's no sort of telling off, no, you know, penalties, no timeouts or anything like that. So yeah, it's really, really good. We initially just shared it in the Floss Friends retreat group, but I think it's already on over 100 people. People have come from all over. It's not just people in the UK. There's some people from America in there now as well, because I think people have shared it with their friends. So you are welcome to come and join us. I think we started in mid-August, so we've only been doing it a couple of weeks, but we've already got the schedule done until summer next year. That was really fun to work up, you know, thinking of all the different challenges we could do. So yeah, do come and join us. I'll put it on here somewhere just so you can find it. So yeah, that's really fun and really good. So as I'm going through my whip, some of them have been challenges, and it's been nice to get some projects out that I've not worked on in a while. I did enjoy that with the was it the Magical Stitchers group I was in, but just the penalty stitches, and you know, the group was buzzing constantly, and people bitching in the private chat, and it was just doing my head in. So yeah, I had a bit of a break from that, and I think I stopped that in April, and since then I've not worked on some of my older whips, and yeah, I saw that they were getting neglected. So this has been really good for me, really good. Yeah, and I've made some new friends, which is really nice. We always like to make the stitchy friends. So I've been chatting, let's get into it. Let me talk about the stitching. So I'm going to start with my focus piece, which has not had as much in it as I would have liked, but I've only been sort of stitching for like 3 out of 4 weeks since I last saw you guys, so it's not too bad. So this is Mini Witching Hour, artwork by Lisa Parker, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I worked on this for 4 days, and this has got 2,430 stitches, which now takes it to 44,960 stitches, which is 61%. And I mainly worked on this candlestick, which is coming together quite nicely. I want to try and finish the bottom here and then carry on working on the book. This comes out for this week's challenge actually, which is called the Return to School Challenge, and that is stitch on a project with a book, stationery, or reminds you of a childhood memory. And I've challenged myself to work on this, to do 1,000 stitches in this for this week. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it's coming along. It's not going to be finished for October, and I'm gutted because that's when it's its first birthday. I think it ends like somewhere down here, so there's still a good chunk left to do, but I'm getting there. So I think it's 70 odd thousand altogether, so I've got like 26,000 stitches left to do in it, which is no joke, but you know, I can do like 1,000 stitches a night. I've just lost my motivation with it a little bit, which is not good, but you know, it's coming up in the challenges, so I will work on it. I'm just going to show you guys my bags again. So this is the one that this one lives in, very Halloween. It was one of the first bags that I made, and it's got little black cats. I'll not put it in the bags as I go because like a wally, I've zipped them all up, and nobody wants to be hearing that noise. So next one is one that you guys have not seen in a while. This is Once Upon a Fairy Tale by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And sorry, it's still in the hoop and I've not ironed anything because I never do. Hopefully you can see this. Let me just get a piece of card with it being in the hoop. There is so much fabric. Let me just show you this before I show the pattern. This is all the rolled up fabric at the back of my hoop. It makes it so tricky to hold. So here we are, not much done at all. This was a restart earlier on in the year. And this came up for the challenge Ambitious August. So the monthly challenge was to stitch on your most ambitious project. I challenged myself to do 1,000 stitches in this, and I've only done 501, and I just did this on one evening, so I need to do another evening probably tonight. This is now on 6,338 stitches, which is 1.58%. And this one I've started in the bottom left corner, whereas normally I start in the top left hand corner, but I'd done probably about the same again, about 6,000 stitches in the top left hand corner, and I didn't want to just stitch all of that again, so I made the change. But you can see the dragon coming in there, and this is, I don't know if this is supposed to be like lava or money. I think it's supposed to be money because there's a chest in there somewhere. But yeah, it doesn't look like much of anything right now, but it's coming together slowly. This was going to be a focus, but there's just so much confetti. I have to be in the right mood to work on this one. And I'll show you the bag because I don't think I've shown you this one. This is some awesome fabric that I found on Etsy a while ago, and it's all the Disney villains, and I love this one. Oh, stray thread. So yeah, that's what this one is living on, and then it's just purple vinyl on the other side. So that is that one. Next I worked on Little Gamer, which you will have seen before if you've watched my previous ones. This was not a challenge. This one, I just felt like working on this. It's an easy stitch because I'm stitching all of this blue background, so if I want something to just mindlessly stitch and not really think about, it's a good one to get out. Oh, I don't think I said this one is by Medusa Doll Maker, and it was a kit that I got from Gekko Rouge. So I worked on this one for 2 days and I did 845 stitches, which now brings it to 12,530 stitches, which is 22.8%. It'd be nice if I could get to the 25% sort of with this next month. I don't think I'm going to get it to 50% by the end of the year, because I don't think I'll pull it out that much, but I think it might be a finish next year. I think I'll have to just like have a focus month on this or something. But yeah, I really like this one. I just love the colours and the characters come together really quickly. So yeah, love this one. And this one is in my Super Mario bag, which, ooh, you can see the light coming through there. I nearly lost this one to Ryan just because he loves it. But it's one of my favourites too, so I was like, no. So, next one. Oh, one that you have definitely not seen in a while is Cosmic Lover. And this is by Medusa Dollmaker and charted by Gekko Rouge. I got this one, this was my birthday start this year. Well, I should say I got this with my birthday gift voucher, because I get my voucher through Gekko Rouge in February and August time. So I spent just 1 day working on this one. And this was for the challenge Stitch on a project with a sun or a summer theme. There we go. So it's probably hard to figure it out because I've not done much, but this is her arm and her breast, and I think this is a bit of fabric. So if you look at the needle minder, it's like this bit here. So yeah, just 1 day I did 461 stitches, so that brings it to 3,241, which is 2.73%. and I switched the fabric out for this one. This is, I want to say it's called Aurora, by the Stitchy Ferret, and that's because I didn't want to stitch all of this blue background, so I'm just going to stitch the frame. So I've not taken that out on Pattern Keeper yet, so the percentage I've stitched is actually the percentage I've stitched, if that makes sense. And this is my project bag for this one. Again, just really cool fat quarter that I found on Etsy ages ago. So that is that one. So that is it for my actual whips, but then I have some new starts. So I can't remember if I ever showed this one, maybe on my first ever whip parade, but this is a restart. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a quick drink. So this was one, this might have even been the first Gekko Rouge kit that I got. This is Rain Tea and Books by Medusa Dollmaker. You are more than likely going to have seen that somewhere on Instagram or Flosstube. It's quite a popular one. I can't remember her name, so I'm really sorry if it's you, but I saw it on somebody's Instagram and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get that one back out. It's amazing, because she'd finished it all and it looked fantastic. So I got this one back out. This one was not a challenge, I just decided that I wanted to restart it. Originally I started in the middle on T. I think I did like 700 stitches and I went wrong. I tried to fudge it and I thought, what are you doing? You're right at the beginning. So I just ripped it all out and I restarted, and I started in the left corner like I normally do. So here we go. So this is my restart. So I worked on this for 3 days and it came up so quick because it's mainly that kind of background colour. I managed to do 3,049 stitches, which is 2.4%. I don't know if you can see that too well, but yeah. Not much, but yeah, I really like it and I like how it's come together. just loads of background colour. And then down here I wanted to carry on with it, but then I got stuck in the challenges like you do. Just here is where the bird starts coming in. So this little bird here, so this is where I've started. So yeah, I'm quite excited to get into the little birdie. So that's that one. This one is in a gorgeous bag. Again, one that I made myself, and I love this fabric. I can't find this fabric again. I wish that I'd bought like a meter of this because I love it so much. But I only got a fat quarter off Etsy, and again it was about a year ago, and I can't find it again. But yeah, I love that one. So the next ones are some of my own patterns. So these are starts and finishes, and I've put them up on Etsy this morning, so they're all up now and ready. I'll put my Etsy shop in the link, but obviously you are not obliged to look at it, buy it, anything. It's just I'm sharing with you what I've worked on. So my first one, and I need to be really careful of how I show you guys because I don't want you to see the next installment, but this is the second of the Goth Girls sal. So here we go. So you will have seen Wednesday in my last one, and this month is Winnie from Hocus Pocus, and I just love her. I love doing her hair. So I try to do like little trinkets in the frame so they're all personalised. So we've got the eye from the book, some broomsticks, cauldron on either side, the little cat, and then I tried to do the zombie guy. I can't remember his name, but you know who I mean, the guy that like comes up out of the grave, but it doesn't really look like a zombie, it just looks kind of like a funky skull. but that's who that's meant to be. So yeah, I'm really enjoying doing this. The third one doesn't come out until the end of September, but she is pretty much stitched. But yeah, it's coming together so well. And this was a new needle minder that I got. I quite liked how it's like Halloweeny, but then it's just in pastel colours, and I don't know if you can see it too well. It's made from resin, but it's got like a bit of a glittery tone to it. So yeah, I loved that. And if you're interested, the fabric is 18 count opalescent witchy night from the Stitchy Ferret. So yeah, love that one, love how it's coming along, and a huge thank you because I've had so many people buy it. A Winnie actually, I think there's people that are not taking part in the sale but have bought this because like twice as many people bought Winnie as they did Wednesday, and that's the good thing about the way I'm doing this. I'm releasing them separately rather than like you being committed to it all. So yeah, you can just stitch one or them all, whichever you want to. And these are living in my Bellatrix bag, which were on my Etsy, but they all sold. So again, thank you for that. So my next one is a horrors pattern. I've gone full on into like Halloween, guys, like, and I was there like beginning of August. I was ready for summer to be over. So sorry that, you know, all my things are like a dark theme, but you know, August and Halloween is my time. So I'm not sure how well this is going to show because it's already framed, so yeah, not great. I'll put a little picture up. Oh, all you can see is like reflection of the tea bag box that my camera's resting on. That's embarrassing, but yeah, here we go. So there is the pattern. You can kind of see it. And I did this in like a little gothic frame. So it says, we make up horrors to help us cope with the real ones. And this is a quote by Stephen King, and it's only done in 3 colours. I don't know if you can see that there. This stitched up so quick. I did this in like 2 days, and I loved it. It's on I want to say 14 count black Ada, and I stitched this up while I was watching Sabrina again for like the 3rd time. So yeah, loved that one. And my 3rd and final one is one that I finished last night. This is my friendship sampler. So this one was done really just to show how much I appreciate all my new Stitchy friends, because you guys are amazing. And it incorporates, this is a mock-up of the hotel where the retreat is being held, and it says there is no greater friend than a Stitchy friend. And I'm not usually a sampler person, but I loved stitching this one. This is about just over 6,000 stitches, and I think it took me about a week and a half. Like, I really hit this one hard. The other night, what night was it? Oh, Saturday night, because Ryan went out with his friends. I was working on it for most of the day in between playing with Lizzie, and then all night, and then all day Sunday, and I did like 1,800 stitches in it. So yeah, that was quite good. And this one is done on 18 count hand dyed fabric by Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics. She was so gracious. I messaged her and said I was looking for some fabric to do it on. I don't tend to use sort of pastel colours, but I wanted something light to go with like the pinks and the greens, and she gifted this fabric to me, so I was so grateful for that. So I sent her the pattern free, and I think she's gonna try and stitch it on like a 36 count or a 40 count, just so we can see it done on like a linen as well, which is really sweet of her. She's really nice. So yeah, and it's just done in like a wooden frame that I had in the house. I don't know why I buy all these frames. I just see them cheap and think, oh, eventually make something that goes in there. So yeah, so that is all my whips, finishes, starts, all the good stuff. So let's see, I've got a few more things that I want to talk to you guys about, so let me just get to my notes. So September is gonna be spooky September. I know most people do sampler September, but Andrea and I want to start a pattern together. I've actually got a plan for new starts, but I don't think it's gonna come off because I've only physically got 2 of them, which is a bit sad. But I'll go through that again with you in a little while. There's like a story brewing there. So my first one, I've not printed off the cover photo yet, so I'll just put it up here. This is Hocus Pocus by Tilton Crafts. This is the one that Andrea and I are gonna start together. We've both had this ready for like a month, so I think we're just gonna start it like this week. So I'm really excited. I've got the fabric, and I bought all the floss in the first page from Lakeside Needlecraft. So that's all ready to go. So now I've finished my own projects, I think I'm going to start that one probably today. So I'm really excited for that one. And I'm going to challenge myself to do probably 2,000 stitches in that one for this month. My next one I'm going to start, you may have seen, if you watched my Gekko Rouge kit opening, I think it may have been on that one, I can't remember. But this one I've had for a while. This is Autumn Moon by Gekko Rouge. This is the pattern that Ryan chose ages ago. And I think it's kind of spooky, but it's definitely autumn. Not my usual style at all, but I love all the colours. So that's going to be my second start. And I'm going to try and get 1,000 stitches into that one. Now the third one was completely out of my comfort zone. So I love looking at all the fancy ladies, and I've got them sort of following the tags on Instagram, and I keep seeing, I'm in all the groups as well, but I'm so scared. A, I hate paper patterns. Now I'm used to Pattern Keeper. And B, beading scares the crap out of me. So I've been looking, and I'd seen a couple that I really liked. They're like the is it Baker's Wife, and then there's one that looks like Marie Antoinette, but it's not called that. But I think you know what I mean, the ones where all like French fancy dresses and the big hair, and they're relatively small compared to the others. And I've been umming and ahhing about it for probably about 2 or 3 months. They are the two that I really liked, but I was like, do I like them enough to put that much pressure on myself? And the answer was no. And on another note, I've gone down the chatelaine rabbit hole, and guys, you need to get me out of that, because I have never done any specialty stitches, and I can feel it brewing that I'm just going to buy one, and I'm not ready. So, shout no at the screen right now. Don't do it. But I can feel that brewing. But anyway, back to my fancy ladies. So I saw this one on the Lakeside Needlecraft website when I was just having a little browse, and it was out of stock. So I thought, that's a sign, Sam, don't do it. But then I went on to 123 Stitch, and oof, they had everything, the pattern, the kit, everything. So I ordered it. So this is Greta Gold Broom, and it's a Bella Filipina, my first fancy lady, and she's a witch, and it's nearly Halloween, and I'm super excited. So she's coming. It was dispatched within like 24 hours, which was crazy quick, but it's from America. I'm in the UK, and I think I got an update yesterday that it was in like Chicago or something like that. So it's not even left America yet. So hopefully it's here before the end of September, but if not, I'll stitch it in October anyway, because I'm going to be all about Halloween probably until December now. So heads up, if you don't like Halloween, this is probably not going to be the channel for you. So yeah, so she is on my list. The next one, a little bit miffed about this one, and I'm not gonna rant, because you guys know I love Gekko Rouge kits. I've been in their gold club for probably going on for 2 years. It was one of the first clubs that I signed up for, and I've got a lot of their kits. But I should tell you what it is. I ordered Fright Night with my voucher at the beginning of August, and sort of it's said to do threads all the way through August. So I just dropped a message in the group and just said, just wondering sort of what the timeline is, for kits. I would have normally expected it to be at least started to work on within a month, and they said that their turnaround is now 8 to 9 weeks because they're so short-staffed. Guys, like when you're spending £160, which is what that is, on a kit, 9 weeks is a long time. So that's now not going to be due until the end of September. So again, I don't think that's going to work in my plans. It's annoying that it's, I ordered these things sort of at the beginning of August, and you're not going to get them by like 2-3 months later. So I'm a bit disappointed, but I'm excited to work on it. It's been one that's been on my list for a while, and I did like a little bit of a poll on Instagram of the ones that were in like my top 10 wish list on the Gekko Rouge website, and this was the one that everybody else chose as well. So yeah, super excited about that one. It's a lot of black, but it's just going to be so much fun. I can't wait to start that one. So on that note, being a Debbie Downer that I am, I decided to change my clubs up, and I thought I'd share with you what clubs I'm in, and what subscriptions I have. So One you will have heard me talk about before is Megan at Coffee Craft Fabrics. She has a Facebook group, and she also has now started doing needle minders. Do you know, I should have got my my last month's out to show you guys, but I didn't. So yeah, I think it costs me like £12 a month, and that includes an even weave, a needle minder, and UK postage, which I think is really, really affordable. This month we got like a yellow pastel-y fabric, and I think it was 36 count, and it's beautiful. Not usually a pastel person, but that one I will definitely be stitching on, because it's really, really nice how she's done that. And I got a little like gummy bear needle minder, which Lizzie saw that when I unpacked it, and she was like, mine. So yeah, I had to wrestle the 3-year-old to get that one back. So the needle minders has its own website, but I think the fabrics you still have to go through her Facebook group, and she's really, really nice. I chat sort of backwards and forwards with Megan, and we've emailed a few things. She's a great person for me to sort of like brainstorm with, just bounce ideas off, and I really like her. And she's also sending some freebies for everybody at the retreat, so yeah, thank you. So do check her Facebook group out. The next one you will have again heard me talk about is Sophie at the Stitchy Ferret. So she's now started doing Patreon. They start from, I think, just like a couple of pound right up to like £50 a month, and you can choose whichever tier you want to go on. I think I went for the £20 one, which is fabric, and I want to say floss as well. I think she does hand-dyed floss. Megan does hand-dyed floss as well, but I opted out to that one because I don't tend to use it very often. So yeah, so I've joined that with Sophie. She's not been very well for a good month. She was literally hospitalized. So if you are interested and she doesn't get back to you straight away, like, please be patient with her, because she's a fantastic fabric dyer. She's just having a little bit of a rough time right now, but she will definitely get back to you when she's feeling better. So after the performance of, I just didn't have an overall great performance from Gekko Rouge this month. I didn't get my voucher emailed to me as well, and then I was passed around to all different people in their customer service, and I was kind of told, no, everybody that has a voucher will have had it sent out, and I was still missed. So yeah, it was just poor show from them, and it's not what I expect. You know, I've always had a really good experience with them. Kim is usually really, really nice, and I can tell that she's going through a stressful time right now, and I just think it's not for me. You know, cross stitch is my hobby. I enjoy it. I don't want to have to be sort of nagging people to get stuff that I've paid for. So I just decided that for now I'm going to have a break away from the Gekko Rouge Club. So once I've got my Fright Night, then that will be it for a while. I may join again next year. I'm still in the groups, but yeah, just until they sort their staffing situations out, I'm just gonna have a bit of a break from them. I talked to Andrea, and I think she's cancelled hers as well, but not necessarily for those reasons. She's cancelled it for different reasons, but she was saying that she had joined the Paine Free Crafts Club, and how amazing Sarah is. So I dropped her an email, and I said that I'd been recommended by Andrea, and I've joined up. The benefits are just so much better, and the kits are far cheaper, so I'm really excited about that. And now they've partnered up with different companies as well. I think Thread Geeks, is it Thread Geeks? I don't know, there's a few anyway that they've joined up with. It's not just their own charts, so I'm really excited about that. And because I recommended Andrea, she gets her voucher a month early as like a little bit of a thank you as well, which is really, really nice. So this month, have I even paid? Yeah, this month was my first one. So come February time is when I will get my first kit, and I've already got a bit of a wish list growing on there. I'm not sure whether to do like a Lord of the Rings one, because, you know, I love everything geeky, and Brian will love that one as well. One of Gandalf, which I saw and I love. Or I quite like some of the new Chris Dunn ones, but again, I'm not sure. But I've got a long time to decide anyway. If you've not seen Lauren at Flossabilities, you need to check her out, because she's just finished another Chris Dunn piece, and wow, it is amazing. So she's finished 3 now in 3 years, and they are amazing. So do check her out, because she's fantastic. So yeah, I'm in the Pain Free Crafts Club, which is £12 a month. You get a voucher every 6 months, and I think you get 20% off as opposed to 10% that you get at Gekko Rouge. So yeah, really excited about that one. And my 4th and last club, which again was totally influenced by Andrea. She is now, you know, just practically taking all my money away from me before I've even earned it. But we were talking about sort of floss storage and what kind of stash we have. I've probably got around, excluding the ones that are in my like project bags, I'm gonna say I've got about 150 to 200 DMCs just like bobbinated up. But with me starting to do like my own patterns, it makes it quite difficult, because I want to actually see them on the fabric. I want to see what they look like together, and if you've not actually got the floss there to do that, that makes it very, very difficult. So I'm just choosing colours that I've already got in my stash. Now, I've been contemplating for a long time, should I try and save up like, what is it, 300 and I think that you can get them for like £350, the full DMC set, which for our family is a lot of money to just spend out in 1 month. You know, I usually do have like a bit of a craft fund, but it's not that much. And guys, as soon as I have some spending money, like, it is gone. So yeah, I thought, do I need to ask for that for Christmas or money towards it for Christmas? But anyway, I wasn't sure what to do. And then Andrea said that she is in the Lakeside Needlecraft 500 club, and it was actually posted in the group that they still have places left. So what you do is you pay, I think it's £20 a month on the 1st of every month for 18 months, and you get a selection of DMC, and it's not repeated at any time, and it's all from the standard set of the 500 DMC colours. So yeah, you're not tied in for the 18 months. You can cancel at any point, and obviously you can keep it going past that point, but by the end of the 18 months you will have had a full set of DMC. Now, for me, paying £20 a month, I am not going to miss that £20 a month, but missing £350 I am definitely going to miss. So I decided to join up. Super excited about that. I'm contemplating on what to do about storage, because I'm not sure bobbinating is necessarily the right option, but then I don't know. I don't really want them on floss drops or anything like that, even though I got the IKEA thingy that everybody uses. I'm not sure that that's how I want to do it, because this is full. So yeah, I'm gonna have a think about that, but that starts on the 1st of September. So really excited about that one. So that is my 4 clubs that I'm in. If you want to know anything else about them, then do drop me a message, or you can find them all on their Facebook pages, and there is tons of information on there. So I've got loads of haul, but to be honest, I can't even remember what I've bought this month and what I haven't bought this month. One thing that I did find was a little like little witchy site on Instagram. I think it's called Flora Noctum, and I got some like little bags and little pouches. Do you know, I should have got, one sec, let me just get them out. Sorry. So yeah, I got these. This is the business name. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe. And it actually came up on like a sponsored advert on Instagram. And I thought this would make a great little floss pouch. And then this is a little bag. Whoops, a daisy. And I think I'm going to keep my Hocus Pocus one in here. It's just like a little shopping bag, but it will be great to take that one to work and stuff. So yeah, they were really cheap. I think everything, so I got the 3 items. There may have been a little discount code, I can't remember, but it cost me like £12-15 delivered. And they do all like little spooky handmade jewellery as well. So yeah, that was a great little find. What else did I get? So I got my needle minder, I got my fabrics, I have got tons of fat quarters for project bags. I'm not even going to show you. I literally spent like £90 on one Etsy shop because I just fell in love with all her fabrics. And I've not made a single bag. Woohoo! What a waste. But so again, after meeting the enabler, Andrea, we were talking about like stands and what we use to stitch on, and do we use hoops, do we use frames, whatever. And she was saying that she had got a Lowry stand and she went to the shop and tried it all out and it was amazing and she uses it all the time. Now again, I've been on the fence about this for over a year. For me, it's a lot of money for not a lot. Because it's just a piece of metal, and it was a lot if I didn't know I was going to be able to do like the two-handed stitching, because I usually have my hoop, stitch over the top, pull out of the bottom. And I got back home after having coffee and I was talking to Ryan and I was like, you know, I really think that it's going to be something that's better for me. It kills my back when I've been stitching all day, especially on the sofa, because I'm like hunched over like this and it's no good for you. And I think a stand would be better for me. And he was like, oh yeah, just send me a link, let me have a look, I want to see what it's all about. Guys, he bought it there and then. Like, from the link, from us just having a general conversation, he bought it me and he was like, this is your Christmas present. So I don't think you need to see it. You know what a Lowry stand is, but I bought the teal one just because I thought it was really cute. When it came, Ryan was like, what the hell? That's like £130 for a piece of metal. But it has been a game changer, like total game changer. I am stitching my full coverages so fast with the Lowry stand, and it did take me a little bit of time to get used to the two-handed. I started the Rain Tea and Books, that was the first one I did, and I chose that one because it did have a lot of the same background colour, so it wasn't going to be a lot of flipping it over and whatnot. Guys, like, I was a whiz on it. So if you are umming and ahhing and you're not sure whether to get one or not, like, just if you could afford it, give it a go, because it has completely changed my stitching style. So yeah, I love it. So the next bit, I'm aware that time is cracking on pretty quick, so I'm going to try and wrap this up a little bit. I've been watching Flosstube loads, and I found some new Flosstubers to me. So the first one is Sarah, I Swear I Am Stitching. Awesome name. She's absolutely lovely. She's got a great sense of humour. She talks like you are there in the room. She's a pleasure to watch, and she's got some awesome projects. I think she's been doing it a while, but I don't think she has that many subscribers, so please do go over there and give her some love. The next one is a UK stitcher, and that is Maxine from Nightmare Before Stitchmas. Guys, I could watch this woman every day if she released a video. She's awesome. She stitches on everything Halloween, which you can kind of gather from the name, I'm sure. She's got some amazing projects, and she has this like stitching shelf behind her, and every time she does a video it's got like different finishes on it, which I love. Yeah, I'm a total fan of hers. She's great, so check her out. The next one is a new floss tuber. I think she's got, well, I think I've seen 3 videos from her now, and she's called Tally, and her channel is Tally Cross Stitch. She's just really nice girl. She's mainly done like smalls. I don't know if she's new to cross stitch or whether she's done cross stitch for a while, but only like smaller patterns, like magazine patterns, that kind of thing. She's done some like the trees from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and then she's doing one of the jar salves, which is from, is it Cross Stitch Bunny? He was doing that, I can't remember. So she's doing those, and then she's just started a full coverage, which I think is her first one, and that is from Megan at the Stitching Moon, because she's released her own patterns, and that is going to look amazing. So do check her out. She's really nice, and again, give her some love. And the next one is my girl Kaylee. As soon as she posted that she has done a floss tube, I was straight there on it. Finally we get to put a name to the face. Like, if you cross stitch and you're on Instagram, you know who Kaylee is. She is awesome. She's so lovely, so supportive, and she has some of the most fantastic patterns. She's all about the full coverage, but she does it in a very different way. So if her project has a lot of background, even if it's patterned background, she will dye her fabric to match that pattern. She's like a genius when it comes to fabric dyeing. And she started her first ever floss tube with a whip parade. My god, guys, like, it did not last long, you know. If I could have watched her for a hell of a long time. She's great, and she was just so effortless. Like most people when they do the first one, you know, they're tripping over their words, but she was just so confident and great to watch. So you got to check her out if you haven't already. And hers is Kaylee Tent Stitch. So I can't wait for her to release another one. So there, I've been watching loads of people, but they're the 4 newest ones to me. I've kind of gone off my audiobooks, and I don't know what's happened there. I was like listening to loads at one point, but I've gone back to watching TV. So you will have already heard of this, but I've only just started like watching it, and that is Only Murders in the Building. I watched both seasons literally like within like 10 days. I binged it so much, and I'm contemplating on whether to watch it again because I enjoyed it so much. I tried to get Ryan to watch it, but it's not really his cup of tea, but he says he understands why I like it, whatever that means. But it's great, you should watch it, and that's on Disney Plus. And then, like I said, I've been rewatching Sabrina, just trying to get into the Halloween mood. And then last night I rewatched, or started rewatching, is it Fate? The fairy show on Netflix, because season 2 is coming out at the beginning of September. So I just wanted to get caught up with that. And obviously we watched the first episode of, is it House of Dragons, the new Game of Thrones thing. That is mine and Ryan's Wednesday date night show once Lizzie's gone to bed. So that has been where I'm at, what I'm doing. It's been lots of fun. So do come and join us into the Stitching Challenge group. Come stitch with us if it's your kind of thing. You can follow me on Instagram, and you can also join our Floss Friends group on Facebook, even if you're not going to the retreat. Lovely people, everybody's so friendly, and dead chatty as well. So yeah, I think that is all from me. I'm now gonna spend some time cleaning all this mess up that I've made, and I think I'm gonna start my Hocus Pocus. Yay! So I will see you guys in September. It may be back to 2 weekly videos, who knows. I'm going to be like a new woman when Lizzie starts nursery. I'm so excited. But anyway, have an amazing bank holiday if you're in the UK, and enjoy your stitching time, and come and chat to me on social media. See you soon.